Hey, Redbed here. We're with another live stream. We're live streaming the Redbull Ring Austrian Grand Prix. So we got started a little late. The race is about to start. The warm-up lap is finished. Oh, we just got started. Francesco Bagnaia is in first place. Bagnaia has grabbed first place, and there's 28 laps in the Redbull Ring. It's quite long. Who's in second? So we have Brad Binder in second and Jack Miller in third. Brad Binder in second and Jack Miller in third. Yamaha, Fabio Quartararo's in seventh. He's down in seventh place. It's a dry race. It's 173,000 people are at the race currently. So we're still on lap one. Bagnaia is comfortably in front, but Brad Binder is on his tail, but he has not caught him yet. Okay, so we're starting lap two now. Lap two. Okay, Jorge Martin has received a long lap penalty. He's up 5 places. Vinales is down 6 places. So Vinales started in around, I think, 3rd place, and Vinales is down 6 places. Enea Bastianini is in 11th. Ever since he's come back from injury, he's not been having a great time. Luca Marini and the Bez Besecchi are in 5th and 6th place. Oh, Brad Binder is really on the back of Francesco Bagnaia right now. Okay, so Brad Binder is we're starting lap 3. He's really trying to get to Pecco Bagnaia, but Pecco Bagnaia is holding the lead. Pecco Bagnaia has about a 0.9 second lead on Brad Binder at this point. Looks like it's a pretty hot day in Austria. Track's very dry. There's going to be no chance of rain. Very interesting. We've been on a 2-week break, and now MotoGP is back, so that's very great. Oh, Vinales is in 8th, and Aleix Espargaro is in 9th. So the Aprilias are not having a great race as of this time. Bagnaia is comfortably in first still. Looking at an onboard of Besecchi right now. And then we have, where's Marquez? Oh, Marquez is lingering in the 17th place. Yeah, Marquez is in 17th place. Zarco is in 11th. Fabio Quartararo is in 3rd. So Bagnaya's got about a 0.3 second lead on Brad Binder. Oh, so Jorge Martin is taking his long lap penalty right now. Yeah, he's taking his long lap penalty. And we got the KTM's Brad Binder and Jack Miller in second and third place. Fab's up to 11th. Fabio Quartararo's up to 11th place. Oh, we have an incident. What? Espargaro and Quartararo. Oh, I think they touched. Yeah, no. Quartararo got pushed wide by Aleix Espargaro on turn 10. So the stewards might have to take a look at that. Brad Binder's really all over the back of Bagnaia now. He's really all over the back of Pecco Bagnaia. Let me see. Bez still in 6th place. Oh, here we go. Brad Binder. Oh, he almost passed Bagnaia. Yeah, he's right on the back of Bagnaia right now. It's very interesting. So leave a comment and let us know if you're watching the race. And let us know what you think so far. Is Bagnaia going to be able to pull it off as with the Ducati? Oh, he's gaining. He's putting a little bit of distance now between him and between himself and Brad Binder. See, Brad Binder, unlike the KTM of Jack Miller, he doesn't burn up his tires. So if he catches Pecco, he might be able to grab the lead but hold on to the lead. Sometimes with Jack Miller, you can't expect that because with Jack Miller, he burns up his tires a lot of times early in the race. His tire management is not the greatest. Alex Marquez is up to 3rd place now. But Pecco Bagnaia and Brad Binder are running their own race. They are running their own race up front. The gap to 3rd place is pretty wide, almost 2 seconds from them. Zarco's in 10th. And then we have George Martin in 12th. Oh, Brad Binder tried to slipstream Pecco Bagnaia, but he wasn't able to grab first place. On the straights here, you can get up to, I'm seeing 310 kilometers per hour. I'm seeing Pecco Bagnaia on the straights. They're showing. Okay, now we have the Bezzecchi and Marini. They moved up to 4th and 5th. So the VR46 and Valentino Rossi's at this race. So he's cheering on for his team. He just had an interview before the race. Showing a replay of the race start here. Yeah, Pecco Bagnaia, he got a good start off the line. The KTM's also got a decent start. I'm not sure if this is Vignale. Yeah, the Aprilia, he got shuffled back in the beginning. There was no contact, though. There was no real contact in the beginning of the first lap. Nobody fell off or there was any accidents. So it was a pretty clean start. So this is I think our 3rd live stream we're trying. We've been trying these live streams, so we're trying to do live stream watch-alongs when there's a race. So Pecco Bagnaia's lead is about now 0.2 seconds on Brad Binder. So if he can, there's a lot of laps left in this race. We're not even halfway yet, people. We're not even halfway. Shot at the KTM garage right now. I think Marco Bezzecchi, he's having top speed. He's running fastest lap right now. We got started a little late with the live stream, but we are here and it's lap 7. Oh, we have a problem. Miguel Oliveira it looks like he's out of the race. He's coming into the pits. Miguel Oliveira, lap 7, is in the pits. He's talking to his team. Yeah, I don't think he's coming back out. He didn't switch bikes. I didn't see him switch bikes. This track is very fast. Redbull Ring. We have a video on the top 5 fastest tracks of MotoGP and of Formula 1. And Redbull Ring ranks high as one of the fastest tracks. Because it's short. It's a very short track, right? I think it's only 10 turns. We are on lap 8. Bagnaia is still in front. His gap hasn't increased that much. It's 0.4 of a second. So only Miguel Oliveira. I think Miguel Oliveira is out of the race. I don't think he's going to come back out. So we're seeing some actually it's not even a mid-table battle. This is more of the back. Pole Espargaro, Franco Morbidelli. Oh, Marc Marquez is up to 15th place. Sorry about that. Marc Marquez is up to 15th place. He's not doing. He's in the back, but Marc hasn't finished a race this year. So I think Marc's first goal is he's got to try to finish a race. No DNF. No DNF in Austria for Marc. Jack Miller's in 6th place. We got a pass here. Oh, I think this is Fabio Quartararo. Yeah. Oh, no, that's... No. Franco Morbidelli passed Pole Espargaro. So they're on the back, like 13th and 14th place. So the lead group is Francesco Bagnaia, Brad Binder, Alex Marquez, Marco Bezzecchi, and Luca Marini. Those are the top 5 of the race right now. Maybe the Aprilias can make a late charge. They're in 7th and 8th place. It's looking like a lot of the teams, you can tell they're close together. So in terms of where they are in the grid. Like you have the VR46 both in 4th and 5th place, and then you have the Aprilias in 7th and 8th place. Then you have Johan Zarco and Jorge Martin in 10th and 11th. So the manufacturers I'm talking about, like both Primax are matched up, and both Aprilias are basically running right behind each other. Oh, some beautiful onboards right now. The Yamaha. Surprisingly, Yamaha this year, they unlike last year, Yamaha was doing really great. Oh, we have some passing here. Oh, okay, so Jack Miller is battling it out with the Aprilias. Maverick Vinales and Aleix Espargaro, but it's Maverick Vinales is really on the tail of Jack Miller right now. So Jack Miller's trying to hold them off, but Maverick Vinales is really on the back of Jack Miller. See, the Aprilias are trying to move up. See, after last week with Aleix Espargaro winning last week or 2 weeks ago at the British Grand Prix, so you see their bike is starting to have increased performance this year, the Aprilias. Okay, so Pecco's still in first place. We got Pecco still in first place right now. We are almost to the midway point of the race. We're on lap 10. This is lap 10 of lap 28. So the reason why there's 28 laps, this race is somewhat short in terms of Redbull Ring is not a big track. Okay, so I'm wondering if the Aprilias can pull it off. I do not think the Primax with Jorge Martin and Johan Zarco being so far back, I don't think they'll be able to maybe catch a podium, but you never know. The race is still young. Has a lot of race left. It's only lap 11 right now. So this race definitely is a workout in terms of the turns come quick and fast at the Austria Redbull Ring. Quick and fast. Pecco's increased his lead over Brad Binder slightly. He has a 0.56 second lead right now. So we are enjoying this. This race is not bad. We haven't had any incidents. Not a lot of DNFs. We only have Miguel Oliveira is officially out of the race now. Miguel Oliveira is out of the race. So it's bad for him. I don't know what they're determining. Obviously, it's some type of mechanical failure. This is the thing. When you have Pecco out at front, with Pecco out front, he's great at managing his tires. So, but it never you never know what happens sometimes in these races in terms of tire management, because the late in the race of these bike races, the tires sometimes are worn down so much that leads to crashes, right? So, but it's been a good race so far at the Redbull Ring. Somewhat, not much has happened, but you're getting to see there has been some passing. No crashing, but there's been some passing, so it's not an uncompetitive race. And as the race goes on, we should see more of a shuffle in the order of everybody. I think they're trying to show somebody going wide here, but Jack Miller's down to 9th place now. So yeah, Jack Miller's down to 9th place. Well, Valentino Rossi there, Bezzecchi might be trying to put on a show, for the boss, but they're in 4th place right now, so I can't really say they're having the greatest day. We gotta, there's more race left. Oh, wait, we're having some passing here. Jorge Martin is looking up at Enea Bastianini. I'm very surprised at Enea Bastianini. Enea Bastianini has not performed since coming back from injury. He's had a really bad time, and he has the same bike that Pecco Bagnaia has. So you'd think that with having the same bike as Pecco Bagnaia, he would be able to win races, podium. He's not doing any of that. None of that right now. Brad Binder is not really challenging Pecco Bagnaia. Okay, so we're getting close to the midway point of the race right now. We're on lap 13. We are on lap 13 right now. Quartararo. He says he's happy with Yamaha. I think he said he's staying. Oh, we have a crash. Johan Mir crashed again. Johan Mir has crashed out the race. He has not finished the race this year, Johan Mir. I don't know what's going on. He was a champion in 2020. Oh boy, dropped my mic. Whoops. Sorry about that if that was like audio, messing up the audio there. Yeah, so Johan Mir has crashed out of the race. The Honda rider, the Honda Repsol rider. He's done. I haven't seen the replay yet, so I can't tell you if Johan Mir is going to continue or he's totally out of the race, but they haven't shown us the replay yet. These guys are lapping about 130 is the quick lap times. Pekka Bagnaia, 130.4 is the quick lap times now. Brad Binder and Pekka Bagnaia are lapping both at 130.4. Okay, we're officially halfway through the race. This is lap 14. So I'm going to give you the top 5. Francesco Bagnaia, Brad Binder, Alex Marquez, Marco Bezzecchi the Bez, and Luca Marini. Those are the top 5 right now in the race. I'm not sure Brad Binder is going to be able to catch. The gap is growing larger. The gap is growing larger from Pekka Bagnaia and Brad Binder. So Brad Binder is losing a little bit of pace right now. Now, we have half a race left, so there's a lot that can happen. A lot that can happen. Jack Miller is still in 9th place. Or actually, he's in 10th right now. Trying to see if there's any anomalies on the grid here. If there's any big changes. Marc Marquez is up to 14th place. Augusto Fernandez, the rookie, is in 16th place. Okay. So we're doing, yeah, I'm saying Marc Marquez, he's actually moved up. So maybe Marc Marquez can get himself into the points. He's in 14th. Actually, that is points. So he could score some points at this pace. Oh, Pekka Bagnaia is increasing his lead. He has a 1 second lead officially over Brad Binder now. A 1 second lead. 1.2 I have on another screen. Because I have to have multiple screens so I can give you guys the most up-to-date information I can on the race. Brad Binder is still comfortably in second. Johan Zarco's in 12th. Not having a good day on the Primac. Not at all. There's another rider on the Aprilia, Lorenzo Savadori. He's in last place. Wait. Why is there another... There's Maverick Vinales in 6th. So is the other Aprilia out? No, Alicia Spargo. Wow, there's multiple Aprilia teams. I thought there's only Alicia Spargo and Maverick Vinales. Interesting. Okay. Taki Namagani is in 18th place. He's not having a great race at all on his LCR Honda. Yeah, he's not having a good time in the LCR Honda today. Looking like Pecco is going to be maybe to be able to pull this out. It's kind of early to say that, but he's been in first place since the first lap. He hasn't given up. The gap is just growing larger between him and Brad Binder. Brad Binder has the pace, but he might need Pecco to make a mistake for him to grab first place. Because at the moment, Pecco is treating this like a Sunday drive. He's out there, and he's out there by himself with no challenge right now. 1.2 second gap over Brad Binder. Quartararo's up to 11th place. Showing me 10th, but he's up to 11th place. So the brother of Marc Marquez, Alex Marquez, is still in 3rd place. He's still he might be able to catch a podium. He's riding a lot better than he has in previous years. Definitely. Alex Marquez has improved. I will have to give him that. We're going to have to look at when the next race schedule is. We'll have to pull up... pull up the 2023 schedule so we have it handy. Okay, here it is. All right, so next race is September 3rd, Barcelona, Circuit de Barcelona. We go to Cataluna, the Cataluna race Grand Prix in Barcelona is September 3rd. Okay, this gap is growing with Pecco. Pecco has a 1.382 second lead on Brad Binder. The gap is now, it's been growing quite consistently now. I'm starting to think maybe the VR46s can make a late push. And there's a shot at Rossi. Rossi's watching this. Yeah, he wants to see if his teams he has here, they can at least podium. They're in the top 10, top 5 actually. So them being in the top 5 is pretty good. The VR46. Because managing, even though Rossi's retired, managing a racing team can't be easy. The logistics of it, and you have multiple riders, and you have team engineers, bikes, multi-million-dollar bikes. And then Rossi has a racing team, a car racing team also, that he actually races in. I don't know if it's periodically. I've seen him race it periodically. I'm not sure if he races every week. Nice slow motion shot of Pecco Bagnaia. These bikes are beautiful. The liveries they put on these bikes are really, really nice. And each bike costing at least $1 million. So when you crash these bikes, you're crashing a very expensive piece of machinery. And yes, there's a lot of Ducatis on the track, but there's still other manufacturers, so I'm not sure. I wouldn't be complaining at this point. It's not like there's 70% Ducatis on the track. There is quite a few Ducatis on the track, but we have other teams in the MotoGP Championship. Next race is in about 2 weeks again for MotoGP. Going to Spain. So maybe they can get some testing done between then and now, as Austria and Spain is not too far from each other. But all these riders are very familiar with the Cataluna circuit. It's been on the MotoGP calendar for many years. We are on lap 19, so lap 19. Marc Marquez has now moved up to 13th place. So he's creeping up there slowly, Marc Marquez. Boy, how my YouTube A little bit of my YouTube analytics on the screen. I wasn't trying to do that. Take that off. Pekka Bagnaia is still in the lead. He has a almost 3-second lead. Oh, he's running away with it now. He has almost 3-second lead now over the rest of the field. Yeah, he's doing really well. Oh, we got only 7 laps remaining. This race is winding down now. 7 laps remaining. Interesting, nobody is challenging Pecco today. Pecco's had a great season, but usually he has had people challenging him. So lately he's been he hasn't been falling a lot this year. Not a lot of DNFs on Pecco's part. Oh, okay. Bez is trying to pass Alex Marquez right now. Marco Bezzecchi is getting really close to Alex Marquez. He's trying to catch 3rd place. He wants to be on the podium. Oh, he's lining him up now. Yeah, Bezzecchi's lining up Alex Marquez. Oh, he's trying to get. Oh, he's okay. Here he is. They're going into the turn. Oh, wow. Bezzecchi's all over Alex Marquez. Now, because of this, this brings in Luca Marini. Luca Marini is here now. Whoa, Luca Marini. This is becoming not even a battle for 3rd place, 3rd and 4th. Luca Marini. No. Marco Bezzecchi actually has backed off. He's backed off. He's still chasing Alex Marquez, but I think he doesn't want to. He's trying to slipstream him. It hasn't worked right now. He's trying to slipstream him. Oh, he's close again. Oh, he's really close. So Marco Bezzecchi is looking for 3rd place. Alex Marquez is going to have to do the ride of his life right now. Nope, he's pulling up beside him. Here we go. Yeah, Marco Bezzecchi is now in 3rd place. Alex Marquez, yeah, you knew he had to give it up. Marco Bezzecchi's in 3rd place, and then now Luca Marini is looking to pass Alex Marquez now. Yeah, this is hard. Oh yeah, there he is. Luca Marini. Oh no, Luca Marini. No, Luca Marini has not passed Alex Marquez, but it's looking like he will pass Alex Marquez. But Alex Marquez is fighting back because the Bez is near Alex Marquez. They're showing this because Pekka Bagnaia is over 4 seconds in front of Brad Binder. So unless he has a mistake, Brad Binder is not catching him. Actually, 4.5 seconds in front. Four and a half seconds in front. Alex Marquez is sandwiched between both VR46s. They want to make Valentino Rossi proud. So, oh yeah, Luca Marini now Luca Marini's really all over the back of Alex Marquez. He's going to pass Alex Marquez shortly. You know, it was looking good. Alex Marquez was looking good under Grassini, but oh, here we go in the start-finish straight. Nope, he can't get it done. But it's looking like Luca Marini might be able to get it done in the last few laps. We have about 4 laps remaining in the race. So what would it be? That would be Ducati, KTM, Ducati. That would be the podium places if it stays like this. 5 laps to go. We got 5 laps remaining. Man, this must be a really tough ride for Alex Marquez because he wants to get his podium place back, but Luca Marini is directly behind him. So Luca Marini is not giving him any space to make a mistake. If he makes a mistake, he's going to be 2 places back. And then there's no chance for a podium at that point. They're showing you the points total. If now Bagnaia wins, he's going to have a 62-point lead over Jorge Martin and a 68-point lead over Marco Bezzecchi. 6 laps left. MotoGP, you can never tell. You can't say the race is over because at any time somebody could lose their front end and that's the end of the race. Or end of their race. Not the end of the race, the end of their race. It's very interesting that Pecco does so well, but Ian Bastianini on the same bike is in 10th place. I predicted that Ian Bastianini this year would have such a better year, but no, he has not. He has not had the better year at all. Okay. They're not even showing us Brad Binder at this point because he's 5 seconds behind Pecco Bagnaia. You need a big mistake by Pecco Bagnaia for him to win or come close to winning this race because Francesco Bagnaia is so far in front right now. And then Brad Binder has a 2.8 second lead over Marco Bezzecchi. So he is not moving from second place if he stays on his bike. Track limit warning for Pecco Bagnaia. He's got to be careful. Don't want to get a long lap penalty. Oh, no. Oh, wait. There's a battle. Marquez. Rossi's cheering hard for his BR46 guys. Oh, man. Alex Marquez is under intense pressure right now. Intense pressure. He's having a hard time with these VR46 boys. They're not giving him any time to breathe. Here he is, Luca Marini. Oh, Luca Marini up the inside. Luca Marini gets him. Yeah, this was coming for a few laps. So Luca Marini now is up to 4th place. So now we have both VR46s. One in a podium place, but one in 4th place. Rossi is super happy with that. It was a nice pass, but it's been coming for a few laps. Alex Marquez, he hasn't been able, he's been fighting, but it was too much. It was too much for him. Pecco Bagnaia's lead now is 5.2 seconds. We only have 3 laps remaining in the race. 3 laps remaining. Pecco Bagnaia is comfortably in front. Looks like he's going to grab all 25 points here. So from start to finish, not much has happened in this race. We've had a few passing, but there's been no real big incidents. We've only lost 2 riders to DNF. Johan Mir crashed out of the race. We didn't even see the crash. And Miguel Oliveira also crashed. Or sorry, Miguel Oliveira retired. He retired from the race. Now, Pecco Bagnaia, only 2 laps remaining. Unless he has a major incident, he's not going to lose this race. He has a 5.3 second lead over Brad Binder. Two laps to go. This race is going to be interesting in the fact that Francesco Bagnaia from start to finish won this race from the first lap. As long as he doesn't crash out, he won this race from the first lap. Ducati power is unmatched this year, as we've seen, similar to Red Bull in Formula 1. Unmatched, the power that the Red Bull gives down, except when Enya Bastianini's on it. I don't know what's going on. He's in 10th place, where his partner, Bagnaia, is in 1st. Very interesting. Oh, there's a lot of Dutch fans here. A lot of orange. Well, we are at the Austrian Grand Prix. Paul Espargo, I think he got a long lap penalty for track limits. Okay, last lap. Pecco Bagnaia is in 1st place. This is the last lap. He has a 5.5 second lead over Brad Binder. Brad Binder is going to need a miracle right now to win this race. A miracle. Even Bezzecchi's over 2 seconds behind, 2.6 seconds behind Brad Binder. So for him to get 2nd place, he would need a miracle. But right now, it's Ducati, KTM, Ducati. That's what the podium places look like. Ducati, KTM, Ducati. Alright, Pecco. This is Pecco's time. He's got 1 lap to do this. He's just got to focus, and he'll grab maximum points at the Red Bull Ring. This race has been on for about 43 minutes now. Yeah, this race is about this is a 28 lap race, but it's about 45. It's probably going to be about a 45-minute race. Okay, number 27. I got long lap penalty. I think that's Iker Lacuna. Yeah, that is Iker Lacuna. Long lap penalty. We're on the last lap here. And Pecco Bagnaia. Francesco Bagnaia wins this race. That's what I'm getting here on my timing board. Brad Binder in 2nd and Marco Bezzecchi in 3rd. Yeah, he's won the race. So we have a Ducati, a winner, another Ducati win for Pecco Bagnaia. No, sorry, Aleix Espargo won last week. Pecco Bagnaia was on the podium, but Aleix Espargo won last week. But now Pecco Bagnaia has won this race. Yes, Pecco Bagnaia, another win. Brad Binder in 2nd, Marco Bezzecchi in 3rd, Luca Marini in 4th, Alex Marquez in 5th. Alex Marquez was in 3rd place for the majority of the race, and then he got pushed down to 5th place when both Mooney VR46s made a push. So as the podium will look, it'll be Ducati, KTM, Ducati. Okay, so let's look at the rest of the field. So we have Alex Marquez in 5th. We have Jorge Martin in 7th. Where did Johan Zarco, his partner, in 13th. Fabio Quartararo was able to make it to 8th place. Okay, so he didn't have a bad day on his Yamaha. Fabio Quartararo, 8th place. That's pretty good. He's been having not a great season. Rookie Augusto Fernandez in 16th place. Taki Namagani in 18th place. We had 3 DNFs. So Raul Fernandez near the end must have crashed out or maybe had a mechanical failure. Johan Mir crashed out of the race, as we know, and Miguel Oliveira had a failure. So, okay. I think, is that Rossi? Yeah, Rossi's congratulating Bezzecchi. Because that's his, basically, it's almost like his little brother. So Bezzecchi is part of the VR46 team, but you know Rossi treats all his riders like family. So he's out there congratulating him and Pecco Bagnaia. He's excited for both, you know, because both of them are Pecco Bagnaia, Valentino Rossi, and also Bezzecchi are all Italian. So he was congratulating Francesco Bagnaia also. Brad Binder was able to secure second place on his KTM. So he had a great race with his KTM. The thing about the KTM that's interesting is it's about tire management. Because where did Jack Miller finish? Let's look at the field. Jack Miller finished in 16th place, down 12 positions. Whereas Brad Binder finished in second. Brad Binder started the race in third, and he finished in second place. So the KTM has the power. You just have to be able to manage it. A lot of orange at the Redbull Ring. A lot of fans there. It was a very big attendance. I think 170,000 people for the weekend. So for the Redbull Ring. So this was a good race. It wasn't the most exciting race. I mean, there wasn't a lot of, but it had some passing. But we see the dominance of Ducati once again. Pecco Bagnaia. The dominance of Ducati is this year has been unmatched. Last year, Ducati was unmatched, but they had a challenge with Yamaha, with Fabio Quartararo. He was challenging Pecco Bagnaia for part of the year, and the Aprilias. But this year, Ducati, there's Francesco Bagnaia on the grass. They are unmatched to Ducatis. I think he's trying to celebrate with the fans. He's out on the grass now. I'm hoping the team doesn't think he's ruining the bike any type of way. So he is riding near the fans. And he's riding around the track. Pecco Bagnaia. So a pretty clean race. Clean race by everybody. No incidents. Nobody got injured. Johan Mir might have seemed to have some type of crash, but I didn't hear anything about an injury, so maybe he just crashed his bike. But the day belongs to Ducati and Pecco Bagnaia. Pecco Bagnaia now, the points total is he's still on top of the points total. People can catch him. They can catch him, but at the way the things are going, you're not going to catch him at this rate. You're not going to catch him. So let's look at the standings here. Yeah. So we see the points, the standings here for the points. Now he has 226. Jorge Martin has 180. So right now, Pecco Bagnaia he's running away with the title, but a few DNFs and Jorge Martin or even Bezzecchi could catch up to Pecco Bagnaia. So Pecco Bagnaia is going to have to still be consistent. The title is not totally wrapped up. The next race in Cataluna is in 11 days. But until then, we have to wait and see what can happen. But Pecco Bagnaia is still comfortably in the lead. He still has to be consistent because there's many races left before the season is over. The season's not over in any time soon. Let's see how many races there are. There are, let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 10 races left in the season. 10 races, okay? So there's a lot of room for error with 10 races left. So it'll be interesting what we see from the rest of the season. We got the next race in Cataluna in 11 days, and that'll be interesting, the beginning of September. So the season is not over. We're not wrapped up at all with MotoGP. Brad Binder, he got second place today. That's good for him and his KTM. KTM this year has definitely stepped it up. KTM this year has been consistently in the top 10, top 5 even, not even just top 10. So they could be putting in a challenge. Brad Binder now is 140 points. Still quite a ways back, but it's not unrealistic that he challenges Bagnaia. But you still need Bagnaia to lose points like DNF, or maybe he has to get sick or something. He's not going to lose the championship this way. He's not going to lose the championship this way. So he's riding around now, being congratulated by his team. See here, Jorge Martin. He's second in the points, right? But he's going to need some. He's going to need some luck, and he's going to need some DNFs from Francesco Bagnaia. Because at this rate, Francesco Bagnaia is just going to win another championship. His second, because he won last year. And the Ducatis have the power. That's the other thing. Ducatis definitely have the power this year. So you combine the power and Pecco last year. The problem with Pecco, remember the beginning of the year, he wasn't consistent. Pecco would fall, DNF a few times, and then he got it together midway through the season to the end of the season, got very consistent and won the championship. But if he does that still, then he'll be fine. He'll win another championship, but we have to see him be consistent. They're at Park Firm now. Everybody's off their bikes. So basically, we're going to get to they're going to do the interviews now, and then they're going to do the podium celebration. Who do you think, could any of these teams come back in Cataluna and challenge Ducatis? It could be interesting in terms of what we see, but Ducatis right now, this is similar to how Red Bull is treating the championship in Formula 1. They are running away with it right now. Yeah, they're running away with it right now, so it's very, very interesting what we'll see the next 10 races. The MotoGP championship is not over at the least. Not over at the least. It's not like Formula 1. Formula 1, within 1 or 2 races, it might be mathematically impossible to catch Max. But for now, it's for now definitely the MotoGP season is not over in terms of there's a lot of points to get. There's 10 races left. The points gap between the top 1, 2, 3, we'll say top 4. It's not bad. Top 5, you say Johann Zarco with 122. That might be a stretch for, say, Zarco to win the championship, but Jorge Martin and Marco Bezzecchi, yeah, they could win the championship. They could definitely win the championship with the points total they have acquired. This race, probably give it a 7, maybe 7 out of 10. Because from end to end, it was Pecco Bagnaia basically won the race from the first lap, and there wasn't much that happened in between. I mean, yes, the VR46s had a good race, and they were able to. One of them was able to podium, Marco Bezzecchi, but overall, it wasn't the most exciting race. Now they have Brad Binder. They're entering Brad Binder now. Brad Binder is the more consistent rider on the KTM compared to his partner, Jack Miller. Jack Miller is a great rider, especially in bad conditions like wet races or races, maybe it's a little too windy. But he's gotta manage the tires better, or maybe change his racing style, because he can start off a race hot, but then he just fades as the race goes on. Oh, I think my music stopped. All right, let's start the music over. Yeah. So we need somebody to step up to try to beat Francesco Bagnaia. At this point, nobody is coming close. So it'll be interesting. Hopefully in the next couple races we can see a challenge, but right now Francesco Bagnaia is running away with the lead. He is running away with with the championship. And when it comes to the actual, we don't want that. Yeah. When it comes to the manufacturers, yeah, Ducati's second to none right now in terms of points. So we're probably going to be getting to the podium very shortly. Right now, Francesco Bagnaia is about to give his interview. Here he comes over, taking a drink, and he's giving his interview right now. So, what did everybody think of the race? You could drop a comment and let us know what you thought of the race. And subscribe to the channel. We'll try more watch-alongs. We got started a little late today, but we said we're gonna do a watch-along for the Redbull Ring. Next week, Formula One comes back. Definitely have a watch-along for that. But in terms of MotoGP, that's not going to be for 2 more weeks. We did not do the sprint yesterday, but we'll have a review of the MotoGP weekend in the next few days on the channel. Yeah, let us know what you thought of the race. Did you find it exciting or did you find it boring? Are you bored with what Ducati's doing to the championship? Or do you think the other teams just need to step up? How do you feel right now about this season, the 2023 MotoGP season? Personally, it's MotoGP. It's definitely provides a lot of great action for racing. I definitely have enjoyed the season so far. I don't find MotoGP being a dull season. Formula One sometimes can get dull because you get one manufacturer just dominating. But no, MotoGP, you never know what's going to happen because somebody could be leading the race and front end slide. That's it. Now they're not leading the race anymore. But Pecco Bagnaia this year, unmatched. Really great racing from him. So we've been streaming almost an hour. The race was about 45 minutes. 20-lap race, 45 minutes. We're just waiting for the podium right now. We're about to do the podium. So it's very interesting. I thought the Aprilias this year would come back really strong, but they haven't been back that strong, the Aprilias, since... Aleix Espargaro won last week at Silverstone, but overall, they've been kind of flat compared to the season before when they look like they might win the championship between Maverick Vinales or Aleix Espargaro on their Aprilias. But this year they've kind of faded a bit. Yamaha has totally faded. Last year, I thought Fabio Quartararo could have won a championship, and this year, that bike is horrible. Honda, we won't even talk about Honda. Marc Marquez has had a horrible time. Johan Mir has never even finished a race. But Yamaha, the Honda Repsol definitely have had a terrible time this year. Marc Marquez finished this race, it seemed. He finished this race. He did not crash. He finished in 12th. So that is accomplishment. He did finish a race, Marc Marquez. Every other race this year, he has not finished or he has not started a race. So, because the Honda Repsol bike this year is very difficult to ride, and the performance is not there compared to the Ducati. So, as we see with the Ducati, definitely you have they have the power, and when you have capable riders such as Francesco Bagnaia, you can't really lose there. I want to see what happens in Barcelona in a few weeks. You have 2 weeks before Barcelona, September race. So until then, we'll be doing other videos on MotoGP and on Formula One, just general racing world. Also, check out our shorts. You know, we do shorts, various racing shorts, but we're always doing racing. We're also doing biography soon, so we're going to be doing biographies on different Formula One drivers, different MotoGP drivers, just the veterans of the sport, the champions, guys who've won championships. So we're going to be doing that. You'll see that. Those are going to be really long form, so might be 30 minutes, 50 minutes, but they'll be worth it because they'll be very in-depth biographies on different people involved in MotoGP or in Formula One, riders, or just important people, maybe team managers, you know, like Ron Dennis or something like that. But yeah, it was a good race. Could have had more action, but overall, Redbull Ring, they have those quick turns. It's a very short track. That's why there's 28 laps. It's a very short track, Redbull Ring. So here we're coming out the podium now. Here we come. The Bez, Marco Bezzecchi's out here for the podium now for his third place. And great day at the Redbull Ring. It's just only sun. There's no clouds. There's no chance of rain at this race. If you see the sky at the Redbull Ring right now, in Spielberg, it's beautiful. So there's only a chance of a dry race. Here we have Francesco Bagnaia, the winner, is out now. He's getting ready to get on the podium, hugging the guy who came out with him for the constructor. I always don't know the names of the guys who come up for the constructor with them. Okay, here we go. Constructor trophy just been handed out to Ducati. Over here, third place trophy, Robbie Naish, Extreme Sports Pioneer, handing the third place trophy to Marco Bezzecchi. Marco Bezzecchi grabbed third place, and there is Valentino Rossi in the crowd out front. Second place goes to Brad Binder. Brad Binder just grabbed his second place trophy for KTM. KTM's doing really well this year. And first place, FIM board member Mikola Skora giving this to Francesco Pecco Bagnaia. Francesco Pecco Bagnaia has now won another race for the season, and he's on top of the leader standings with 200 and I have 226, but I think that's not the updated standings. I'll have to see the updated standings. But yes, they're playing the national anthem now. And they're playing the national anthem now. The Italian anthem for Pecco Bagnaia. Pecco Bagnaia wins the Austrian Grand Prix, the 28 lap race. And there is the Ducati team singing the anthem with, I think that's Pecco Bagnaia, I think his sister who travels with him sometimes. And Valentino Rossi's there. He's even celebrating because his team member still got a third place. And here we are, champagne time now. Yep, champagne time. Yep. We spraying everybody. The guy in the constructor, he got out the way. He didn't want none of that mess. So it's Pecco Bagnaia right now, Marco Bezzecchi and Brad Binder on the podium with the champagne and the streamers. So yeah, that was a great race. You know, I'd give it a 7 out of 10. It wasn't bad. It was okay. It wasn't bad. In terms of, depends on what kind of action you're expecting. The Redbull Ring, the way it's situated, it's such quick turns that, I mean, it leaves chance for accidents, but not, it's a very quick race. Very quick race. I'd estimate it was 28 laps, but I think they have to make it 28 laps because the racetrack is very short. The racetrack is very short. So it was interesting. We can look at the teams and just look at going forward how we could think of the let's see So yes, Pekka Bagnaia, as we said, is comfortably in front with 180 points. And then we have Jorge Martin in second place with 180, Marco Bezzecchi. If you want to talk about people who are just not even challenging, Bastianini, ever since injury, is just not going good. You have Fabio Gianantonio, Miguel Oliveira, they're just too far down in the championship. Even Fabio Quartararo, like being in 11th place at this stage of the season with 65 points, or Morbidelli with 60 points, that's just, you would need like monumental problems with the rest of the field, DNFing and or mechanical failures for them to catch up. So it's basically the top 4 or 5 who probably, down to maybe Johan Zarco, an outside chance, being in 5th place to win the championship, but probably the top 3-4 between Bagnaia, Jorge Martin, Bezzecchi, and Brad Binder. One of those probably win the championship. You know, unless barring somebody crashes out and they have a major injury so they can't race for a few races, so they tumble down the leaderboard. I mean, that could happen, but barring that, as it is right now, it's Pekka Bagnaia's championship to lose. But there's 10 races left, so he can't sit on his laurels and just win the championship. He still has to race hard for the next 10 races, or at least 6 or 7 of them. I mean, he can show, if he sews up in it by points wise before the 10 races are done, that's fine. Then maybe he can take it easy the last few races, or not coast, but take it easy because he's wrapped up the championship points wise. But maybe they still want to win the constructor championship, so he's still gonna have to race hard. It's very interesting. So the race season is definitely not over. This is not like how Formula 1 is with points. The race season is definitely not over. So it'll be interesting to see if Francesco Bagnaia can win his 2nd world championship. Let's go back here. Let's get the calendar. So yeah, we have September 1st, we have Catalunya the 3rd, and then right away we go to San Marino next week. Or is that testing? I think that's testing. Okay. Let me check here. What's after the Redbull Ring? Yes, Catalunya. Yeah, San Marino's the next week. And then after San Marino, it's India, 22nd, and then Japan, Motugal. Oh, sometimes we get some great races at Motugal. Indonesia, Australia on the 20th to 22nd of October. Then we have Thailand at the end of the month. October is packed. 3 races in October, 3 races in September. See? Race season gets packed. And then November to end of the season, Malaysia, Qatar, and then end the season the November 26th in Spain. So, we can definitely, there's going to be an interesting end to the season. Interesting end to the season, it will be. I'm wondering, we'll see what happens. 10 races left. That's a lot of surprises that can happen. Pekka Bagnaia is in the lead right now, but the thing is, the KTMs have the power. So, Brad Binder's in 4th place. That's the only thing. Bezzecchi on his VR46 Ducati. So, the satellite Ducati, he could potentially win. Jorge Martin on the Primac. Jorge Martin on the Primac, which is also Ducati, satellite Ducati. He could win. He's the closest to Bagnaia. And Jorge Martin has a really great riding style in terms of he doesn't burn up his tires. It's just some days the performances, maybe he's not there in the Primac, but he could potentially, if he won 2 points, 2 races, and Pecco DNF'd in those 2 races, automatically that's a flip. The championship goes right to the point where they're neck and neck at that point, Jorge Martin and Francesco Bagnaia, just in 2 races. So that's what I'm saying. Pekka Bagnaia has to consistently try to win these races, or at least podium high or top 5, or it could be the end of his challenge for his 2nd world title. Right? very interesting way the season could end up. There's lots of twists and turns, you know, no pun intended. Lots of twists and turns going forward in the rest of the season with what's left, with the 9-10 races left. We're going to India. I'm not sure if they went to India last year, but like there's so many races left. There's so much that could happen. Or even what if the Ducati have a few DNFs in terms of mechanical failure? Like that could totally ruin Pecco Bagnaia's season. Or even say Bezzecchi's season, like one of the top riders, and then they've moved down the pecking order in terms of the standings. It'll be very interesting, but it's very exciting with MotoGP. Every race, you never know what's going to happen. Even though Ducati has the best engine package, all it takes is a front end slide, or you know, maybe not paying attention, not managing your tires too well, and you lose control. Now maybe you're able to get your bike up, but you're rolling around in 16th place. That's not getting you any points. 16th place is not getting you any points. So you need to be consistent still. You can't rest on last race, what you did last race. What are you going to do next race in Cataluna, in the India race, in Japan, in MotoGP? What are you doing in all those races coming up? That's what's going to separate you from being champion to being just somebody who wrote about, oh, you came 5th place in the championship in 2023. So it's going to be interesting in terms of if Pecco Bagnaia can keep this consistency. For sure, he runs away, wins the 2nd world title. Ducati wins probably the Constructor Championship at that point. I'm not sure what's going to happen to Enea Bastianini. That kind of worries me because when Enea Bastianini last year did so well on the satellite team, and now he's partnered with Pecco Bagnaia. And this is similar to Red Bull in Formula 1 with Sergio Perez. You have Max Verstappen doing so well in the same car that Sergio Perez is doing bad in. You have Francesco Bagnaia doing so well on the Ducati, the Ducati Lenovo bike, and they have Enea Bastianini on the same bike, but coming 10th place, coming 12th place, not finishing racing. I know he was coming back from injury, but now it's been a few races, so I'm not sure. Is his setup wrong? Is he come back too early from injury? What is the problem with why is Enea Bastianini finishing this race in 10th place, whereas his partner Pecco Bagnaia is in 1st? So we're going to be on the stream a little bit longer, but thank you if you joined the stream for any length of time. I hope you subscribe and let us know what you think of the channel and of the racing stream. You know, we're going to try to do these watch-alongs when we can. So, but it was a very good race for the Ducati team. Not so much for the other riders, I would say, but for the Ducati team. Let's look at the places compared to the leaderboard compared to where they started. So Pecco Bagnaia, he was on pole, he didn't move, he was in 1st place. Brad Binder moved up one place, so he started in 3rd, he was ended up in 2nd. Bezzecchi moved up 4 places to grab 3rd. Remember, he was fighting with Alex Marquez the entire race. And then near the end, he was able to pass him. And then Luca Marini passed Alex Marquez. Jorge Martin, 5 places he moved up. He finished in 7th, so he started in 12th place. It's pretty good for him. Even though I've been talking about Enea Bastianini, he did move up 3 places. He finished in 10th, so he started in 13th. Marc Marquez, first race that he actually did not DNF in this season. He finished 6 places above in 12th place, 6 places on top of his 6th place. Jack Miller, this is the worst switch of the whole grid. He finished in 15th place, down 11 places from his start. So he started in 4th, and now he ended up in 15th place. Horrible for him, right? And then we had 3 DNFs. We had Raul Fernandez didn't finish, Jorge Martin with the crash, and Miguel Oliveira with the mechanical failure. So It was not a good race for a lot of those last 3 riders. They weren't even able to finish the race. So we ended the race with 20 bikes, right? 15 bikes score points. We finished the race with 20 bikes. 20 bikes were able to finish. So Pekka Bagnaia, another win for him. He ran a flawless race. You can't fault him this race. Flawless race, over a 5-second gap to win this race. You can't fault him. He did what he had to do to win. It's not, yeah, he did what he had to do. He did a really great job. So I hope you enjoyed our watch along. We'll be trying to do more of these. Maybe, increase what we can to do on the screen. Be more interactive. And, we can't show the race, but we'll try to be interactive. And interactive, you can drop, you can be in the chat and let us know what you think. And we'll interact with you, and we'll let you know, because we have the race on live. So we're watching the race live, just like you are watching at home, whether you're watching it on a big screen or a tablet or your mobile phone or laptop or your PC. We're watching the race, and we are just trying to comment and give you updates on how the race is going. I'm surprised. I really thought Jack Miller could maybe be more of a challenging for a world championship with his riding style. But his riding style, it's not conducive in races. It's really burning up the tires way too fast, and he fades. But he's such a good, he seems like such a great rider in terms of, it's just he has to maybe adjust the riding style, because when he's up in the podium places, he doesn't usually give up, he doesn't usually fade. Or if it's bad weather, it's bad weather, Brad Miller is going to shine. So, but this day belonged to Pekka Bagnaia, and we have to congratulate him. The Aprilias, they were in 6th and 9th place. Vinales was actually in 6th, and Alicia Spargo was in 9th. So, yeah. But I hope you enjoyed the stream. We're going to get out of here, and we'll be doing more live streams. And this is Redbet. I hope you like and subscribe and let us know what you think. And we will be bringing you more live streams in the future. And we'll be more interactive, maybe do some contests and interact with the chat. So let us know what you think. And we're going to get out of here. So we're going to end the stream. Redbet signing off.